Hello and welcome. My name is Scuf and welcome back to another Call of Duty video here on the channel. Today, we are back with a Black Ops 6 news video surrounding Season 4 Reloaded, which is going to be going live on July 2nd. We're going to be getting quite a bit of new content, which is absolutely awesome. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. So, again, I'm going to go through the Call of Duty blog that was posted earlier today. Again, I apologize for the delay on this video, but I accidentally overslept a little bit today. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this and talk about everything. So first of all, we're going to be talking about the multiplayer content first. Then we'll be jumping into zombies, and then we'll briefly talk about what is coming with Warzone as well. So there was a trailer that discussed and showed the Season 4 Reloaded multiplayer maps earlier today. So I'll go ahead and show that to you guys really quickly, and then we'll go ahead and talk about everything else. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed that trailer. So again, the trailer did allude to what's coming. We're going to be getting Fringe as a map returning into Black Ops 6, which is the first time we've seen it since Black Ops 3. And this is an absolutely incredible map, one of the best maps in my opinion in Black Ops 3, and maybe even is up there in the top 20 of the franchise. It is an excellent map, has really good flow. We'll have to see how it plays in Black Ops 6. Of course, it was really good in an advanced movement Call of Duty, which was Black Ops 3. So it's going to be interesting to see how this map plays out in a map or in a game with boots on the ground gameplay, but I'm not too worried about this one being good. I just hope that it doesn't have the Hacienda effect, which was a fun map in Black Ops 4 and turned out to not be such a fun map here within this game. But we'll have to see. Either way, I'm really excited for it, and of course I'll have gameplay on this map on July 2nd for you guys. Again, super excited for that one. I'm always happy with the returns of new multiplayer maps here within the game. We're also going to be getting a map called Eclipse, which is a 6v6/2v2 map, so it's going to be one of those face-off small maps that we're pretty used to. I really love the aesthetic of this. In fact, this actually seems to have a very John Wick theme to this, which is really cool. For those of you who haven't seen the movies, there's, I believe in the first movie, there's a nightclub scene, and this looks almost identical, at least in my opinion, to that scene. So I don't know if that was intentional to tie into the John Wick movies with the ballerina bundle that we had or not, but regardless, that's just what it reminds me of. Looks really cool aesthetically, and I might have a gameplay on this, but I tend to not really show 6v6 or strike maps on these videos, but I'll probably start covering them here on the channel. Next, we are actually going to be getting a surprise, which I wasn't really expecting. This was also revealed into the blog as well. We're going to be getting new cell shaded map variants. I was really trying to get you guys a gameplay today using the different cell shaded blueprints within Call of Duty, but unfortunately I wasn't able to do that. But I think you might be able to see the aims gameplay. It just depends on what gameplay I decide to put in this video. But we're going to be getting cell shaded versions of Nuketown, Babylon, Skyline, Stakeout, and Grind, which is absolutely awesome. And in the COD Tunes Mosh Pit, which is going to be a new playlist, which is absolutely awesome. Again, I am a huge fan of cell shaded. I know that they're not really new maps, but they're just a change in the aesthetic, and they now look more like, again, what I always say is they look like Borderlands maps, which is absolutely awesome. So again, very excited for that. I'm not going to be doing like a special video where I cover every single cell shaded map. That's a little bit silly, but I will probably do a gameplay on the COD Tunes playlist, and then I'll just, get 2 gameplays on whichever maps come up in the rotation. So that's awesome. Those are all the maps that are coming. Again, technically we have just 2 brand new maps, but we also have 4 map variants, which I almost consider new maps because they do look a lot different aesthetically. Next, we're going to be getting a game mode called Party Ops, which is an LTM, and the description for this is, it says, party all night in this free-for-all party mode, challenging players to finish a randomized set of mini games with the highest score. The clock's ticking, each mini game occurring in a short time frame. There's no score limit, and score streaks are disabled. Matches are take place across Babylon, Grind, Nuketown, and Skyline, with the top 3 scoring operators winning the competition. Success means adapting to each new challenge on the fly, as the type and order of minigames is randomized at the start of each match. Minigames include condensed versions of some classic party modes alongside wild challenges like the dance-off, tasking operators to use in the designated dance zones, as well as the musical zones later in the season, featuring multiple capture points that dwindle down to a final location when the music stops. Better move fast. So again, this sounds kind of weird and interesting. Now, the images on the screen for this game mode have 2 very weird looking skins, which I'm assuming are going to be bundles, but there's one that's a Triceratops skin. Very, very weird. The skins are just getting crazy and crazier in this game, I swear. So that is basically all of the multiplayer content itself. Again, 2 new maps, 4 cell shaded maps, and then 2 limited time modes, one of them being called Party Ops. Again, I'll probably have gameplay on those ones as well. Now jumping into zombies, we have some new content coming with zombies as well. We have a gameplay update to Grief. And again, I will read this one for you guys as well, word for word. It says, Treyarch is bringing a new round of gameplay updates to Grief to Season 4 Reloaded, including more punishing Grief effects against enemy players, bans for certain revive-related gobblegums, faster zombie spawns after capture zone completions, whimsical gobblegum rewards for players who finish their matches and more. So again, this is, I think the complaints that have been surrounding this game mode have been the fact that it is too easy. From what I've heard, I've never actually played Grief myself. I didn't choose to do any content on that game mode, but I was kind of pushing up on a vacation. That's part of the reason why. But from kind of the consensus that I've seen around the community, one of the biggest complaints was the fact that it's just too easy. I mean, the one video that I saw, people were getting to round 30 plus, so they definitely needed to make it a little bit harder, and that's something cool that they're bringing here with that. We're also going to be getting a brand new mode called Abomination Challenge LTM, which is during the Beavis and Butthead event. So again, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But we're going to be getting the Summon Mo by opening the door to the Ether Church, then defeat Mo. Mo has some unique abilities as an Abomination HVT. He will gain resistance, then immunity to a weapon repeatedly being used on him. Mo's charge attack also holds a secret. Available flow mode, cell shaded map, restricted requests, Easter eggs, exit strategy, available maps, Liberty Falls. So this is going to be, I guess, a cell shaded version of Liberty Falls, which is pretty cool. That sounds like an interesting game mode. It says enter a cell-shaded version of Liberty Falls in this chaotic and seriously challenging LTM. Your match begins with a baseline of classic RBZ, round-based zombies, available for crews of 1 to 4 players versus zombies. The match ends when all players are eliminated. Mystery boxes can contain wonder weapons, takes place on the entirety of the Liberty Falls map. However, there's a twist, or in this case, a vicious red-mouth abomination called Mo. This HVT is in a permanent state of fury, summoned from the Dark Ether when the church is open. Your main and overriding goal is to defeat Mo, the HVT abomination, and exfil is disabled until the HVT is defeated. There's also some additional modifiers in this game mode, which is rounds turn faster. Additional enemies are added to Liberty Falls, including amalgams, doppelgas, elder disciples, shock mimics, and toxic zombies. We also have a no refrigerator power-up. The flow state is available, assuming you can slay enough of the undead without taking damage to activate it. There are a couple of disabled features in this game mode as well, which is save and quit, main Easter egg quest, Easter eggs, rampage, inducer, exit strategy, and idolize. Those are the gobblegums that are not allowed as well. So if you do kill this abomination, you get 15,000 XP, a hidden power gobblegum, and a special calling card for completing the Abomination Challenge. So very interesting there. Again, pretty cool mode for those of you who are big into zombies and all of that. We are also going to be getting a starting room LTM in season, so a little bit later on before season 5 releases, and this is pretty self-explanatory. It's a game mode where you just play in the starting room of every single map. It says available for 1 to 4 players. The match ends when all players are eliminated. We also have a couple of modified features. So if a machine or feature like Perk Machine, Pack-a-Punch, or Wonder Fizz at round 25 are in the starting zone, they will appear. If not, they aren't available. Fire Sale power-ups no longer drops randomly from fallen zombies. Random perk power-up has been added randomly drop from fallen zombies, and door bites and exfils are disabled. There's no way out. So essentially you just play in the starting room until you die. So the maps that are going to be included are Liberty Falls, Terminus, Citadel Daimor, the Tomb, Shattered, and Shattered Vale. So I believe that's every map. So every map is included in this, which is cool. We're also going to be getting a zombie leaderboard event, which I don't think is worth talking about too much. And that is pretty much everything as far as zombie goes. So actually quite a bit of zombies content. Again, no new map. We can probably expect a new map to be coming out within Season 5 of Black Ops 6. So the last season, most likely, of the game will have the last zombies map as well. Now, as far as content goes as a whole, we're going to be getting some new Warzone stuff as well. But again, I'm going to kind of race through this because, again, Warzone is not really my thing. So I'll actually go ahead and skip through this. Actually, except for the fact that there's going to be a cell-shaded Rebirth Island, so again, a cartoon theme. But let's go ahead and skip the Warzone stuff and jump into the other content that is going to be coming into this brand new season, or in the season reloaded. So as far as general content goes, we're going to be getting a couple of new weapons. Number one being the Olympia shotgun, which is an event reward in the Beavis and Butthead event. It has 30 levels, 8 mags, and a mag size of 2, of course, a standard weapon. We also have barrel and stock attachments for it, and so no other attachments besides that. And of course, we have a bunch of camos. It says a double barrel shotgun with very high damage and respectable range, but requires frequent reloading. This iconic double barrel Olympia returns from its Black Ops 6 debut, designed as a special weapon, well suited to close quarter engagements as a handy secondary choice. Each shot sprays a cloud of pellets at your target. Inbound sights for a tighter hip fire or tighter spread, or fire from the hip for a wider shot. Via gunsmith, attach a short barrel or even a wider spread to cut off, and the cutoff stock for improved handling, make every shot count. So again, this is sort of an introduction to a shotgun secondary. We'll have to see how good it is. Again, these double barrel shotguns like the Olympia have a big reputation in Call of Duty over the last 5 or 6 years. Modern Warfare 2019 is infamous for having this shotgun being extremely overpowered. So we'll have to see, is it going to be like the Black Ops 1 one within multiplayer, which was fun to use but not really super good, or is it going to be a really, really good weapon? We're just going to have to find out and see when it comes down to it. And then we're going to be getting a pickaxe melee weapon, which has a medium attack speed and is short range. So one that's not going to be super, super great, but still going to be fun nonetheless. Now, we do have some new attachments coming as well. So the G-Grip and the Strider 22 3-round burst we already have, but there are going to be 2 new conversion kits. Number one is an SVD full auto mod. That is crazy. We're going to have to see how that is. And we're also going to be getting the TR2 CQB auto conversions. So a sniper rifle and a marksman rifle conversion kit that changes how it is. That's going to be really interesting to see. It says converts the SVD into a full auto weapon with a high rate of fire, improved handling and spread, stronger vertical recoil, and a rebalanced damage profile, obviously. Complements the new fire type while still delivering impressive firepower. It blocks the stock, underbarrel, barrel, and magazine attachments. So you're going to be putting yourself at a pretty significant advantage if you want to use this, but we're going to have to see how good it is. There's been a lot of really interesting conversion kits that actually end up being pretty good, and of course the SWAT is the primary example of those ones being very good. We're also going to be getting the TR2 CQB, as I mentioned earlier, and it says it converts it into a fully automatic weapon with a fast fire rate that gradually slows down with sustained fire, improves handling at the cost of damage range, equips a new default barrel and magazine, and unlocks an exclusive extended mag, blocks barrel attachments. So again, that's for the sort of FAL return. Now the biggest thing that is coming that we had revealed a couple of days ago is a Beavis and Butthead event, which is I believe it's an animated cartoon from the 90s. Honestly, I had never watched it. I don't even know what the show itself is called. That might even be what the name of the show is. But, you know, when it comes to 90s cartoons, The Simpsons is my favorite by far. So we have a free track, of course, and we also have a paid track as well. And we have no specific details about that. It just says that we'll have a Beavis operator, a finishing move, a weapon blueprint, and a calling card and a gun screen and more. We'll also be getting the Butthead operator as the mastery reward. That's going to be available for everybody. We're also going to be getting the COD Tunes event, which I did talk about a little bit earlier. But this, instead of the playlist, this is actually going to be a event that we're kind of used to in the event tab, which has the TR2 CQB auto conversion, as well as a special themed blueprint and weapon camo, which is very, very cool. So for those of you who bought the black cell, it's going to have the black cell camo, and it's also going to have a base camo that you can use. And this one is probably going to be one of those kill confirm type events. So I did actually check the armory, and the last time that we had that camo, that when it's gone, it disappears forever. So you definitely want to make sure that you're grinding Call of Duty in order to get all those camos. So last but not least, I'm going to finish off with a couple of store bundles that are going to be added. Of course, you guys know that I cover bundles a lot, so I wanted to just go ahead and discuss the few that are coming. Again, we know that we have a Beavis and Butthead bundle coming. We had that revealed already. And we also have the Street Jockey, which is a horse skin emblem. Again, I don't know what it is with the animal-themed skins in this game. I think they're really weird, and they're not my favorite. I think that they're just super, super strange. Then we also have the Off-World Sovereign bundle, which is very, very cool looking. And again, I'll probably be covering the Off-World Sovereign, and I'll probably be covering the Beavis and Butthead and leaving the horse skin to its fate, because I just think that I just don't understand the animal skins. They're just super, super strange. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Again, hopefully it wasn't too long. There's actually a surprising amount of content coming here with Season 4 Reloaded. Personally, again, I think it's without saying, I'm most excited for the new maps that are coming. Fringe, can't wait to play that map. I always get excited when we have old maps returning, especially old maps that are good returning into the game. Again, I love the events as well. I'm always happy when we get events and stuff to grind. Again, yes, the Beavis and Butthead is a paid stream, but again, as I mentioned this before, you don't have to buy those. They're completely optional. Just like any microtransaction in this game is completely optional, so you can feel free to buy it if you want, or you don't have to, and you'll still get some pretty decent and some pretty cool rewards as well. So yeah, definitely let me know, guys, down below in the comment section what you are most excited for in regard to the Season 4 Reloaded event, or Season 4 Reloaded as a whole, if you're excited at all. Again, as I said, me personally, Fringe is definitely the thing I'm most excited for, and hopefully it plays as well as it did in Black Ops 3. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, like rating is always appreciated. Want to check out any of my other previous videos? Yesterday I uploaded another Blueprint review episode, which I will leave a link down below within the description, as well as will also be at the end of the video for you guys to check out as well. And I'll see you guys all on another Call of Duty video very, very soon.